Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 24th of 2020, and ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans around the world have been very skeptical about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that when we take a close look at the Skywalker saga and really examine it, by far one of the most beloved characters in the Skywalker saga has got to be Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader, portrayed by actor Hayden Christensen in the Prequel Trilogy era by George Lucas. Now, the thing about the prequels is that yes, it had its moments where it did really well. There were other moments that were very poorly written. I get that. But when we look at what Disney Star Wars has actually done to the sequel trilogy, and now you look back at the prequels, honestly, the prequel trilogy is more true to Star Wars than the sequels will ever be. And when you look at it like this, we do know that Disney Star Wars is really trying to take shape with Star Wars. They're really trying to bring it in a different direction to really evolve the franchise, and that's exactly what Chapek wants. He wants to create his own legacy, create his own image among the Star Wars fans to enjoy these new Star Wars changes, retcons, and more. And speaking about retcons, this is something that I believe is going to be very, I guess you could say, dangerous in a sense, where if you toy around with retcons too much, it could very well turn off a lot of fans out there. It all depends on the source material and exactly how it's going to be executed, whether it be in a book or a TV show or just thrown into the current canon material or in a movie, whatever it may be. That's exactly what Chapek wants to do. He wants to expand the Star Wars lore. So, with that being said, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with the Rise of Skywalker, they are currently focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe. It's explained that currently both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek have been hard at work on developing a better future for Star Wars fans around the world to enjoy the new, authentic Star Wars stories. However, Bob Chapek is described to be making major changes to the Star Wars franchise behind the scenes in order to evolve the Star Wars brand. It's described that Chapek is developing major new plans for the character of Anakin Skywalker for the new Star Wars universe, where it's described that one of the major retcons that are being made for the new Star Wars franchise involves the character of Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader, where it's noted that one of the big retcons by Disney is set to establish that during the events of Revenge of the Sith, Palpatine was actually working on perfecting the concept of cloning Anakin Skywalker after his injuries on Mustafar, and that Palpatine was trying to develop a brand new plan to create endless backup clones of Anakin / Darth Vader with a brand new Darth Vader suit that would allow him to breathe without the mask. Now, this new retcon is set to be established into the existing canon by next year of 2021 that will change how fans view the Coruscant scene at the very end of Revenge of the Sith, and that somewhere on that world Palpatine had a secret hideout where he kept on experimenting with developing clones of Anakin Skywalker / Vader that proved to be unsuccessful in the long run. However, prototype suits were being developed behind the scenes even after Anakin's injuries, and that before Anakin received his final suit, Palpatine had tested the maskless suit for Anakin, which failed in the long run. The tests of cloning Anakin are what evolved Palpatine, eventually trying to clone himself throughout the years on the world of Exegol later in his life. So here's the thing about this entire scenario that I think really changes history, is that within the actual Revenge of the Sith movie, just after Anakin receives his injuries and while his suit is being built, this is where Palpatine came up with the idea to create backup clones of Anakin Skywalker and really dedicating a large portion of his life to really perfecting that concept. It's one of the main reasons as to why Palpatine is so secretive when it comes to everything related to Vader and what he keeps away from Vader, not knowing certain projects that he's been working on, like how it is actually told in the comics, both in Legends and in canon. Now, it's very interesting that Bob Chapek has actually set this retcon up with George, John, and Dave to really implement it next year in 2021. It's going to change our view of all of, Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader sequences in Revenge of the Sith, and exactly what's happening behind the scenes with Palpatine on the world of Coruscant while his suit is being built. The fact that just before that final suit was applied to Anakin/Vader, before that Palpatine had tested a suit without a mask to see if Anakin could even breathe without a mask/helmet. And it's really intriguing because what they're really trying to do here is that this connects to the rise of Skywalker. This essentially gave Palpatine the idea to perhaps do this on himself in order for himself to cheat death and to really live on forever, and to master the ability of essence transfer. This way he could actually focus on that instead. So, like I've said before in the past, you know, I think that what they're really trying to do, they're trying to expand the concept of cloning in Star Wars and really want to add more to the lore, where it wasn't just Palpatine, it wasn't just, you know, the clone troopers, it was all about also Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader as well on top of that. So with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding. From night to moon, we hear them moans again.